thought I was over you, but I have to admit, it was great seeing you after so long. Maybe I was wrong about us. I don't know. It's a big decision. Come see me when you've made up your mind.
While you with the speed real quick.
Just give me the weed.
Huh? How your feet stank with sandals? What you was doing outside?
Nigga, I told you I'm my Lord. Well, you trying to be cool, nigga.
My Lord.
I said I'm my Lord, nigga. Lord Divine. Look, mow the line, nigga.
Did you mow our lawn?
Hell no, bitch.
Did you bring a lawnmower?
It started raining. That looks sound like some bullshit. Man, this shit make your ass dizzy, boy. Cause there's a shotgun at this motherfucker somewhere. You gotta get your CCWs first. Yeah. Yeah, we can do it this week. Bria, come here. I gotta feel your arm to know where you at. It's dark in here.
Take that? Is that what you were saying?
Oh shit. Man, where the fuck do I go?
to get back in town. How you been? Man, if you're here, we have to meet up. You know, spray the town red like the old days. I just have to figure out where the hell I am. The streets don't look the same anymore.
You better not be late. Not this time.
Oh shit. Oh, I don't like this. Yeah, they got baby tumblers. Oh, damn.
Get off Fortnite, Aiden! Get off Fortnite! You don't need to watch Fortnite. Or play Fortnite. Boy, Daddy, that's all right.
That's that nigga right there, right there.
You're alive. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Today is the fucking realization. Yesterday is gone. Like fucking 2,000, 5,000 years ago. Either you believe a truth or you believe a lie. Some may live and some may die. Predominant thought rules the cosmos. Laugh about it, it's a joke.
What is that running by the cord? Stop! Where the fuck is the phone at?
Wait a second. You're here to see Dana, you dog. What? You gonna get back together again? What was that? Is there someone there with you?
Which part? Let me look.
I ain't even seen nothing yet.
Here, take the lead.
Long one. Nigga, I ain't died or nothing. What you supposed to do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, see if you can figure it out.
Who's knocking on the door?
Here, see if you can figure it out.
Are you expecting company?
Look at this.
Who is it?
Wait, go lay down. Who told you to answer the door?
Look, at least I said who is it.
Do you know who that is?
You
You know who that is? How you know? What's his name? You don't know who that is, so don't open my fucking door to nobody.
I ain't only words, that's mine too.
Alright, go ahead, buddy.
So stop lying.
Yo, sweaty ass.
I'm about to kiss my girlfriend anyway.
That motherfucker damn galaxy phone.
Mom, that's why I must kiss my girlfriend, so I don't care.
You said right around
It looked like something got disconnected. You gotta check on the blood. You done stepped on one or something. She done did something to it.
Okay, hang on. I gotta break this sweaty forehead off of here. Oh,
And, Mom,
Lord.
what's my name? Never mind.
It's still saying something ain't connected. Look at the front that she's stepping on shit.
That's a word.
Up there, at the box. That's what it's saying. The
What
box.
up, people?
The wire's not connected.
Oh, press the button.
All right. What up?
You gotta recalibrate it. Right, move.
Come on. There's one there already.
Is this something like gonna jump out at me? Why does it keep going black like that? Ooh. This makes me dizzy. Hang on, this is not adjusted. Push what?
Oh.
Can I go in there?
It'll light up if you go in there.
Well, come on.
Look at the door. Press X on the door.
I did. It didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. It makes me dizzy to go up and down the stairs. I wish I could run.
Y'all press L1. You ain't gotta press that button and move it. You can just look your head and it'll still go that way.
Oh, I know. I forgot. Quit playing with me. Bria, come do this. It's not. That was Mike. I had to wipe it off already. Wipe it off for the Clorox thing. I don't know where to go. Look at this. She's not fucking with it. I don't know where to go, babe. Huh? I'm gonna breathe the try. I'll put it down.
Oh, my head. Oh, God. I see too well. My face need to go in.
There's a button on the bottom.
Okay.
And then this needs to be tighter.
Yeah, I did that already. Where's the thing? What do I do?
Go. Push button to see. Yeah, push. This is L1. The top.
What does that do?
Push that and go and run.
Bitch, this is running? Oh, God. I can't run.
No, this is
This is fucking...
Go up to it and push X. This is X.
Hey there, buddy. What? Dana was there, just now. And why are you on the phone talking to me? Get going. You're gonna miss your chance.
How do I jump? Oh, shit.
Just change the batteries to your flashlight. Just turn it off. I don't know how to jump. Do you know how to jump?
No.
Then let you go forward.
No, I can't go forward. What? Yeah?
Turn your flashlight back on.
How do I face that up? Oh, shit.
Face forward. You are face forward.
You gotta come over.
Okay, hold options.
Nope, over, right there. And then hold the,
She could probably step back one, you think.
hold it, hold that button for it.
Options, that's right. This little button, hold it.
You gotta do it like that.
I just gotta run? Can you fight stuff?
I ain't playing this shit, man. I ain't playing this
I think I'm not synced no more.
They got a little bit of grass.
Oh shit.
What you see, Bria?
Too much.
You gotta go down there.
No. Y'all gonna kill me. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Hey, come on.
My heart beating.
No, how you ain't even get to no carry fire. Finish the fire.
Ah, I'm scared.
Come on, buddy. I saw something. Someone in the streets. I got out of there quick, but my God, it's like a furnace. I just got turned around. I don't know where I am. What the hell happened to this city? And why can't I remember?
What do I do about that?
You gotta just go.
I can't. I'm gonna die.
Well, I guess you gotta turn that around.
I can't.
I wonder what you gotta do. Or maybe that's what you were supposed to do.
You had like a folded eyelash or something. Hey, TJ, would you smash your phone like that? Got moved?
Put it in the cage.
I can't.
Go.
Hi, jump here.
Is this where I just came from? No. What the fuck? How do I get away from these things?
I don't know. Shit, I don't even know.
I need you to play so you can help me. Because I can't fight them. I keep pushing buttons. Or do you just let them kill you?
What the fuck you gotta do? What's the shit called?
Really got another VR game? Welcome to a paranormal activity.
That's what it said. Watch where you stubbing. Watch where you stubbing.
Take all the things on the side.
Oh, shoot. Watch where you stubbing. What? Move. Yeah, let them feet that way. What was it? Here we are. I don't know nothing about this shit.
I'm just gonna use body wash my hair now. This is weird. It's like soapy in my hair. Why, Mom? You suck.
You suck. You suck balls, mother. What do you say, Timmy? You suck balls, mother. You old fucking hag, you. You're gonna find out what you gotta do at this part. Cause I ain't see no guns or nothing on this motherfucker.
I was pushing every button.
That's what I just did too.
Kept going on.
Average hit points.
Where's your grinder at, Bill? Get that part. Hello. What up, Cubby? You said what?
You always say I'm like
don't know.
You always love it every salad. It's like a, green,
I don't feel like driving, bro.
The only reason I like Italian is for like sweet and sour sauce. Greek tastes exactly like Italian food.
It's not. It has completely different. It's feta cheese.
Why y'all want to young Chinese? No. So that was nigga the comment. That must mean good, bro. That's all he's getting. He's getting notes just like me. I didn't even get to the one part. The fast forward at that road again. Everything's getting sold out. Like Wilson Hall said, everything looking good, come on. Maybe even you. Share everything. Didn't suck. You know. You ain't find no pepper or no noodle in that room. I ain't looked up. Hey, Aiden. Pick them, what you say that shit like that again, nigga? Pick them glasses up off that motherfucking table. Pick them glasses up off that table. You throwing shit away? Hell no. What the fuck was you trying? Damn, I ain't paying attention. There you go. He ain't nice where y'all at, man. I gotta do my doctor. Hey, what up, Snapchat subscribers? This is your boy Mike with another fucking special. We're gonna put two of these together the long way, and then two side by side the wide way. You feel me? I'm gonna show you the end of this project, step by step. So if you wanna do this at the house, you can do this by yourself too. Hey, find me some scissors. Find me some scissors.
Okay. Will it have to be scissors or a knife?
Scissors. How's over that cord? Oh, your fat ass ain't taking that upstairs. Take your ass up here. Dorothy, is you riding? Is you hiding? Can I find you all the weekend? Or Monday, maybe Tuesday? I just wanna kick it with you on a Sunday. Or Monday.
Why are you looking so sad, man?
Step by step, she gon' let me lick it if it's coming. Step by step.
Maria, what? Is this your bottom?
Get your ass that way. Go back and go look. Mama got some goodies. Look, Mama got food. Look, Mama got something.
Where the popsicle go, right?
Yeah, go get that. Then. So it's connected together. Now I gotta do the other step. Step by step. Step. Say step. Step. Say. Pop, 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 pop. Hey, so Britt, you agree to this 4 blunts, right?
What?
You agree to this 4 blunts?
To what?
You can make this 4 blunts. Why are you on your nose like something stinks?
You said let's go into 4 blunts?
Yep, this right here.
What do you mean by that?
No, leave that alone.
So I can tell when it's on your face and it's not.
Yeah, you should be able to. Because you gotta think those will probably stretch out your twice as much.
Stink! 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 Nintendo should. Coolest house would ever live on earth.
Stop. Put your hands up. Don't touch nothing. Don't nobody move but the money and me. You better leave that motherfucking diaper alone before you get a whooping.
The drum gun, the Tommy gun, the P90. They added Tommy gun and P90 to Fortnite. Tommy gun to Fortnite. Hold on this. People spam with annoying spam with Tommy guns. Then you got the P90. I got 5 kills on Fortnite. I was destroying people. And I sniped in my head. So it was funny. I kind of deserved it. I killed the guy and then I started dancing and then like 5 seconds after I sniped.
Right next year.
There should be a release date on it. Oh, my shoe goes on it. Right. Yeah, my shoe on. You just click the wire. You can don't clink it. Beep, 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 beep. I can't unclink it. There, I should unclink it. Give me my shoe. You're just stepping on the tongue of it. Ah! Take it off. Give me my shoe. I can't just hold you on one foot. Give me my shoe. You don't need a shoe. Why are you shooting do flips? Ah!
That's why I ain't gonna see it. So the next step is let them dry out and then you put them side by side. And then I put all this motherfucking shit up in this motherfucking way. It's 3 different weeks. I get hot. I ain't hype, but goddamn it, we gonna hype tonight.
Why'd you do that? Look, Pops, you want to say?
Real, you should let me alone.
How? Like an artificial passport.
I think I got like 30 left. I'm not gonna put it on. Where you at? What? still gonna make the seal there. Hey, that's it. Keep it. Yeah.
criminal court by judges. Of those 6,500, fewer than 30 were age 13 or younger. It's the judgment of the court that Nathaniel R. Brazil be found and adjudicated guilty of the crime of second-degree murder with a firearm for the murder of Barry L. Grinnell. How many people have done something in an instant when they're 13 years old, and a second later you realize that was stupid, why did I do that? Everyone's done that, but when there's a gun in your hand and you make one of those rash decisions, you could change your life forever.
I don't blame anyone else for me being here. I blame myself. Because of my actions, 2 children lost their father, a wife lost her husband, a mother and father lost their son.
Nate hurt a lot of people by committing this crime. From the Bruno side to my side, it affects so many people.
You are Nathaniel's mother.
Yes, I am.
Polly went through so much.
I don't know what happened with my baby, but no matter what, he is mine. If what happened in my past is what brought Nathaniel here, I take responsibility for that. Maybe I should have noticed some things that I didn't.
I believe that Polly went to her grave thinking and believing in her heart that this shooting was all her fault.
What's within these walls is what I have come to know. I kind of wonder, what is there out there? I do feel that, society threw me away too soon. They did not see the potential that I have. And that's what I would like society to remember about children. If I had been tried as a juvenile, by now I would be a free man.
There's a lot of guys in prison doing life sentences. He's serving 28 years. He knows that one day he will be out. That's what keeps him going.
When he gets out, we hope he's a productive citizen. And if he is, the sentence was fair. We are essentially ruining their futures. And then we release them at age 40 and say, here you go. See if you can figure out how to live.
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Well, what do we do with kids who kill adults or kill other kids? Do we lock them up and throw away the key? Do we give them a chance at rehabilitation?
They shouldn't allow one bad decision, one momentary lapse in judgment to use as an excuse to throw away a child's life.
I'm not looking forward to meeting Angela. To me, she's just a sloppy drunk.
You can't go through life, in my opinion, expecting black and white, because I'm a very great person.
Angela thinks you're black and white. How so?
Your wife is an amazing human being, and she's not getting what she wants and deserves.
Even though you've been with him for 12 years, in this week, he felt safe.
Maybe she is trying to get under my skin. I don't trust her.
I forgot all about dinner.
Did someone say KFC is 4 ways to feed a family for only $20? Original recipe, extra crispy, boneless, and tender. Silence, chicken lovers! It's finger-licking good.
Starting Thursday at Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 20% off. Save on Vans shoes starting at $55.99. Reversible comforters are just $31.99. And a Power Air Fryer is $127.99. Plus, get Kohl's Cash. Starting Thursday at Kohl's.
This Friday, it's time to meet Alpha. Take your family to the feel-good movie of the summer that will have you cheering at the end. Alpha, rated PG-13, Friday.
Jumping back to school? Watch this. Jump back to school in style with buy one, get one half off. Shoe Carnival, a surprise Verizon store.
Chicken?
Chicken!
Chicken!
That's right, Candace. New chicken creations from Starkist.
Buffalo-style chicken in a pouch. Bold choice, Charlie.
Just tear, eat,
And go.
try all of my chicken creations.
Chicken!
While expecting, Jennifer discovered the Chex Mix combination of 1 corn Chex, 1 wheat Chex, and 3 breadstick pieces. Her little bundle of joy can't stand breadsticks, but what's he going to do? Get born and then you can pick your own mix, baby. Pick your mix with Chex Mix.
Fruits and veggies are essential to your health, but it's tough to get enough of their nutrients. New One a Day with Nature's Medley is the only complete multivitamin with antioxidants from 1 total serving of fruits and veggies. Try New One a Day with Nature's Medley.
Each day, Justin chooses to walk. At work and after work. He does it all with Dr. Scholl's. Only Dr. Scholl's has massaging gel insoles that provide all-day comfort to keep him feeling more energized. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
In the 100-acre wood, wonder is around every corner. Won't you come in with me? And adventure never ends.
Our family is always on the hunt for new discoveries. That's why we're here at Burlington.
This is going to be great. One of my favorite places.
They have new stuff every day.
T-shirts,
sneakers. Burlington has it all. And I save a lot of money.
Have you just eaten, honey?
We'll be back for another adventure soon.
Burlington, style for everyone. Disney's Christopher Robin. Rated PG. In theaters August 3rd.
They say at a certain age you just stop caring. I wonder what age that is. Simply Ageless Foundation with Olay. Tones, hydrates, and reduces the look of wrinkles. From CoverGirl.
Welcome to Tide Pods Talk with Grump. I'm Grump. I'm big and awesome. But this guy is little. Can it really clean? Heck yeah, it can. It's concentrated detergent plus stain fighters plus odor fighters that fight for clean. Boom! Ugh. Even this entire bottle can't beat Tide Pods. And now a word from future Grump. Oh. Tide Pods. If it's clean, it's got to be Tide.
Wellington is a white picket fence town where violent crime is something that's pretty rare. It's very much a farming town. There are a couple of big factories, but for the most part, it's a sleepy little place.
I say something.
The Petrick family, their name was pretty well respected around town.
Say hi.
They were a very quiet family. There was nothing out of the ordinary about them. They did a lot of things together. They were a very tightly knit household. But then their relationship was turned on its head.
At the age of 16, I did not think I would be sitting here right now in prison. On October 20th, 2007, I shot my parents, wounding my father and killing my mother. As a child, I always did the same things that other children do. Learn and you develop, you go to school, you get involved in sports. I played football. I wasn't bad either.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, man.
Look at this.
Growing up, I was definitely a clown.
I'm putting a dog in my mouth.
I was more concerned with, making people laugh and having fun than getting good grades, which I did. I got good grades. I always had a good relationship with my sisters, Heidi and Holly. It was always us versus the parents, not in a bad way either, just the way all siblings are. So
We're very much in the Bible Belt. So there are lots of churches. Mark Petrick was the pastor of New Life Assembly of God Church. He was also Daniel Petrick's father.
Danny and I, we did a lot of stuff together. Hunt and fish, sports, all that kind of stuff. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
there is a lot that goes with being the son of a pastor. Within the church community, you're held to a higher standard than others, just because everything you do reflects on you know, who your father is, what he's supposed to represent.
There was a lot of stress on the kids because now you are, quote, PK, pastor's kids.
A lot of the rules and regulations laid down by my father, censoring what you're allowed to watch on television, monitoring your language, I didn't necessarily agree with. That's every child, right?
I was strict, yes. I was more strict than Sue.
Growing up, my mother was always there most for me.
Hi, Susie. Smile. Say happy birthday. Quit hiding behind that balloon.
Happy birthday.
It's still... Okay.
I felt safe around her. You know, I always remember how understanding she was and patient she was with the phases that I was going through. Just the way, you know, that mothers are supposed to be.
When Danny was almost 16 years old, he talked with us and said, I no longer want anything to do with Christianity, with God, going to church, the Bible, anything like that. The fact that he did reject his faith in God, does that open him up to evil influences? Yes, I believe that.
You know, I always had a good relationship with my parents, but over time, that changed. At the age of 16, I was injured snowboarding. I had a serious back injury, and it threatened to paralyze me. I wasn't able to be out and about. I wasn't able to play on the football team anymore. Just all these things that were a large part of my life no longer existed. I filled that time playing first-person shooter video games.
Danny's apparent video game of choice was Halo. It's not like a violent blood and gore kind of series, but there's a lot of shooting going on.
My parents, I think, disagreed with the first-person shooter games based upon Christian principles.
I just had a terrible gut feeling about young kids doing nothing but killing other people on video games.
2 hours a day turns into 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. I was so engrossed in this escapism that it became my life.
When one reaches a point where you begin to abandon your day-to-day responsibilities and are playing really to a degree of 24 hours on end, that's when you pass into psychological addiction.
After the accident, Danny became more obsessive with playing Halo, and his dad was cracking down harder on it, you know, trying to get it out of the house.
That caused us to start bumping heads, locking horns.
Self-defense is one thing, but shoot 'em up and kill thousands of people in one game in a couple hours? No, not acceptable.
My father gave me an ultimatum that probably a lot of parents have given their children. That's, you can follow the rules of the house or you can leave, right? My mother in this whole situation was more supportive of my position than my father. She still sympathized with kind of where I was at, just mentally and physically, you know, and didn't want to take the only thing that was part of my life away.
I took it, confiscated it. I said, not here in this home. This is my home. You're my son. Not here.
There was a lot of depression, a lot of anger. In this anger, thoughts come into my head about killing my father.
They say at a certain age you just stop caring. I wonder what age that is. Simply Ageless Foundation with Olay tones, hydrates, and reduces the look of wrinkles. From CoverGirl.
Fruit of the Loom's Everlight underwear is so light, you won't even notice you're wearing it. Now, are you really not going to notice the underwear you're wearing? No. No, you're not.
Excuse me, do you have any more of these pistachio scones?
Because it's made from incredibly light material and no panty lines, so no one else will notice either. And going unnoticed can sometimes be quite nice.
Guys, I need someone to work the weekend. Karen, see you Saturday.
What? A noticeably light Everlight from Fruit of the Loom.
Allergies with sinus congestion and pressure? You won't find relief here. Go to the pharmacy counter for powerful Claritin D. While the bleeding allergy spray relieves 6 symptoms, Claritin D relieves 8, including sinus congestion and pressure. Claritin D relieves more.
Experience Tropicana probiotics. Delicious.
delicious 100% juice with a billion active cultures. Drink it every day and feel like a billion. Tropicana Probiotics, now in Orchard Green and single serve. The world is full of different hair. That's why Pantene has the perfect conditioners for everyone. From Hair Life 10 to nourishing 3-Minute Miracle to the Moisture Infusing Gold Series, we give more women great hair days every day. Pantene.
Mother Nature. Nothing smells greater than the great outdoors. Especially when you're in accounts receivable. Only one detergent can give you a sniff like this. Try Gain Botanicals Laundry Detergent. One of the many irresistible scents from Gain.
Southern New Hampshire University is not your typical school.
Even miles away, they make you feel so involved and so connected through their online experience. I felt like I was still at their campus. Set your own course at snhu.edu.
I'm very conflicted and, skeptical. Talking to a psychic over the phone is a bit impersonal. It can't be for real, can they?
We let these skeptics try California psychics, and here's what they had to say.
You know, it was probably the best psychic reading I've ever had. Gosh, I got everything I can imagine from my reading.
I'm like, man, how does she know this stuff?
Speak to a psychic for $1 per minute. If it's not the best psychic reading you've ever experienced, it's free.
The reading was unexpectedly warm. She addressed everything that I wanted to talk about.
I really felt like that she knew me.
I've always had a passion for fitness, but you saw me owning my own yoga studio.
Speak to a psychic for $1 per minute. Readings are secure and confidential. If it's not the best psychic reading you've ever experienced, it's free.
She had names. She had so much detail. She really just reassured me that I'm on the right path. I've never had a phone call make me so excited for the future.
California Psychics. The best or it's free. Call today.
No.
I think I might really like him.
The things you do for love, right?
Danny kept pressing the issue a lot with the violent video games. He said, no, you're not going to play this game in our house.
The tension's rising. Thoughts have come into my head about killing him. I knew where the guns in the house were. My father kept a loaded 9mm in his safe box in his closet. I told my parents to sit in the living room because I had something I wanted to show them.
And I looked over at Sue and I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is, I had no clue.
I remember seeing them sitting there. I didn't see them as my parents anymore.
You have to be detached from people emotionally in order to kill them.
I pulled the gun out and I fired it. And then turned and fired at my mother. Didn't feel any different doing that than pulling the trigger on a game controller. My mother died instantly. My father is unconscious at this point.
I felt nothing. I had no pain. I didn't even know I was shot. Didn't know anything. I just looked at, only thing I had was this real loud buzzing and ringing in my head. And I'm looking around, what's going on? That's all I could think. And then that clicked right in my brain. He just shot me.
I tried to hand the gun to him. I told him to shoot me once.
He wanted to frame me. That was his plan.
The idea he expresses, that when he pulled the trigger, it was no different from the video game, it's not credible. Because when he set up the crime, he went to his father and he duped him into closing his eyes and saying, I have a surprise for you. And then after the fact, put the gun in his father's hand to stage a homicide scene.
I hear a car pulling into the driveway. It's my brother-in-law and my sister.
shocked. Are they breathing? What is it? I don't think. Why is this happening?
I panicked. I grabbed the keys to the family minivan and I left.
I got a phone call telling me that we had a shooting. And on the way down to the call, I heard that the Wellington Police Department had stopped Daniel in a traffic stop.
I got 2 victims of a 52 here.
And after I was taken into custody, I was taken to the police department. I was interrogated that night.
Take me through today, everything that was going on.
I was sitting in my room, and then my dad was just yelling, just screaming at my mom. My dad walked into his bedroom, and then walked back out. And then I heard a gunshot. I ran out there, and my mom had been shot. He pointed the gun at me. Then he said he was sorry, and then he shot himself.
You know, we've all been around somebody who they're kind of boo-hooing, but they're not crying. And there's a difference. In a situation where somebody just witnessed their father shoot their mother and shoot themselves, it's very emotional, it's very traumatic. But there wasn't the emotion you typically see in a severe crime scene.
I'm sure every parent is shocked to hear about a teenager who tries to avoid responsibility by making up a story. I've never heard of that before. It's not realizing the consequences of their behavior, having this fantasy life that a good story will get them out of it, and that is a function of adolescence.
The plan that I had formulated to make it look like my father had done all this was not plausible. It wasn't even realistic.
I was in the hospital for, I think, 30 days. They did 5 surgeries on me. Reconstruction surgeries to my eye socket, the roof of my mouth, my jaw, just all kinds of stuff. I couldn't stop thinking about what happened that night. And the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to kill him.
A murder is a big story. And so everybody was very interested in Danny Petrick. There were headlines, and headlines about it. And there was a big desire to see him punished. There were even calls for the death penalty.
At first, I was angry. I was angry as hell. You know, he killed his mom, my wife. But in the courtroom, I was feeling a lot of love. And I do believe in forgiveness. And I wanted to see him have a second chance at life.
Danny is now facing very serious consequences of what he did on October 20th, 2007. I can't count the number of times he has told me that he's so sorry for what he did and he'll never be able to forgive himself. I can't count the number of times that he said, Dad, I miss Mom. I miss Mom.
It is hard to go see him in prison. It's very difficult when he could have had such a life ahead of him.
If there's one thing that you miss most about freedom, what is it?
I miss everything about being free. I miss being able to open my door if I choose to. I miss just the little things, you know, that we don't fully understand that have value until they're removed from you. You know, I can't fix what I did yesterday. I can't go back and you know, I can't take that back from my sisters. You know, I can't give that back to my father. But that doesn't mean that I can't turn around today, be able to live a life that my mother would have been proud of.
Let's get started. 5, 6, 7, 8. Time out. I'm gonna add a little bit of that DD4L sauce. Let's go, girl. Got the knees, stop holding back. Are you kidding me, Diana? Just put more stain on it.
Come on in.
This is the majorette one. Let the wild fire begin.
Girl, I know. Trust me, if I could be out there with you, I would be in a heartbeat. We're trying to find her. We're gonna see her little face again. I pray to God every day that we do. Casey.
They're yours.
What are you going to say to us? And I love you. And that I miss you. And, you know, you guys stay as strong as possible. We are, Casey. Our whole lives turned upside down looking for this little girl. I know. Trust me, if I could be out there with you, I would be in a heartbeat. We're trying to find her. We're going to see her little face again. I pray to God every day that we do. Casey, everybody wants an end to all of this.
The memories are still there every single day.
My daughter Casey was accused of killing my granddaughter Kaylee.
Casey was acquitted and allowed to walk out scot-free.
Casey does not have to live a life that Cindy and I are living.
She has no worries. I worry every single day about Cindy, about myself, about this home.
It's been 10 years since we lost Kaylee, and there are still some people that think that George and I have something to hide.
There are times that we have felt we can't even go out of our house. It's amazing that Cindy and I have made it this far.
This morning I'm going to see George and Cindy Anthony, the parents of Casey Anthony, the infamous Casey Anthony, the so-called most hated mom in America. By all accounts, they've been haunted and tortured by what happened to Kaylee 10 years ago. I covered this case from the disappearance of this little girl, and I remember it was a huge story.
The biggest mystery right now in Orlando, Florida is the whereabouts of this 2-year-old girl, Kaylee Marie Anthony.
Kaylee's mother isn't talking. The most recent dead end right here at the home where Kaylee lived with her mother and her grandparents.
It was so unbelievable that a mother would lose her daughter for 31 days. No explanation. What happened to her, no one can understand. None of her story made sense.
Authorities have arrested the girl's mother, 22-year-old Casey Marie Anthony, and charged her with neglect and obstruction.
No more lies. What happened to Kaylee?
I don't know.
You do know. What happened to Kaylee?
The whole United States is looking for Kaylee. I know that, Mommy. Everybody is looking for her. Good. Are we going to be able to find her, do you think? I hope we can, Mom.
In the middle of this maelstrom were these agonized parents and grandparents. George and Cindy.
A grisly discovery less than a half mile from a missing 3-year-old girl's Orlando home. Florida grand jury indicted Casey Anthony on charges of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, aggravated manslaughter, and 4 counts of lying to investigators.
A lot of people still believe Casey that her father George had something to do with covering up the death of Kaylee.
From day one, the defense has made it clear that George Anthony was the target here, clearly trying to get the jury to believe that George Anthony knew much more than he let on.
And there's a lot of people, I think, who have judged Cindy harshly because many people believe she perjured herself to protect Casey by going back to her story about the smell of a dead body in the trunk of the car. On this 10-year anniversary, George and Cindy invited the cameras into their home.
Come here.
The home where Casey and Kaylee lived, and it's a home that is in many ways a prison. I feel like George and Cindy are stuck. I think they're hoping in some ways to break free from this grief that they have lived for 10 years now.
So we're doing this together.
Yeah, we are.
What are you feeling?
Apprehension, a little bit of nerves. It's never a pleasant thing knowing you're going to open up all the hard things that we had to go through in the last 10 years. Today, Elizabeth Vargas is coming into our house to do an interview.
You guys weren't signaling him that she kind of walks through and he looks good.
At first, it was a little apprehensive, but after we talked about it, we said, you know, this is something we need to do. It's a 10-year anniversary that Kaylee's been gone.
We need to talk about that even after 10 years. There's some things that maybe it's different.
We're still dealing with a lot of those emotions. We're still not on the same page on many things. We've had issues in the past. When we decided to do this, we said we were going to take a leap of faith.
Right.
The questions that we're going to be asked are probably going to bring up some tough subjects and some times that you and I were not on the same page. And it might cause some friction. Even though 10 years has passed, some of the wounds are still fresh. We're going into this project with our eyes wide open. I think people still to this day believe that we were somehow part of, you know, what happened to Kaylee. I don't know if we'll ever completely change everybody's opinion, but hopefully by letting people in and maybe getting to see a little bit more about us and not be labeled the Anthonys who raised Casey, who's a monster. That's not who we are.
When we went to turn in last night, I slept for about an hour, woke up, and thinking about today, I said, you know what? I'll be strong. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to let certain things bother me, but they still do. I don't want you to feel my hurt.
I know.
This is Harry and Tilly. I'm sorry.
Hi, Harry and Tilly. Hi, George. I'm Elizabeth. It's nice to meet you. It's home sweet home.
Sweet home.
Wow, how many years have you guys lived here?
Since 1989.
Since 1989.
Yeah, we moved from Ohio.
Big difference from Ohio.
Oh, absolutely.
This is you? Who is this? Is this with
That's me.
What,
Kaylee.
Kaylee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic photo.
This was one of my favorites. We actually used this at the memorial service. And this used to be Casey's room. This photo wall, a lot of it was already there from Casey. I added butterflies, little touches, but that was pretty much from her. It's just a kind of a...
Lots of great photos of Kaylee.
What about you? Don't be gone.
Oh, go be gone. I'm gonna leave. You talking about go be gone? Shit.
You're not usually here this time, but I think
So, did Casey ever move out of this house? No.
No.
So this was always her room?
This was her room from 2008.
And where was Kaylee's room?
Kaylee's room was straight ahead. This was Kaylee's nursery.
This is right after she was born?
That was all the day that she was born. She had a personality already. I mean...
Wait, so she stuck her finger up. Like,
yeah.
It's like, you know, she's like number one, or hey, here I am.
Yeah.
You were here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why was it so
so important to you to keep her so present? You've got so many pictures, you've got so many.
I mean, she's part of our life. I mean, she brought this house to life in 2005 when she was born. And I don't want her memory to go. I mean, George and I've talked many times over the years. I mean, there's times when the memories get too much for him. And see, I thrive on the memories.
Different people grieve in different ways.
Absolutely. And I really think we grieve every single day to a certain degree. I come in here nearly every day. And I take some time to talk to her.
In here?
Yeah, because I want that.
You feel closest to her in here?
I do.
I don't even think I grieved for 2 years after she died. I mean, I grieved at certain times, angry and frustration and everything, but I don't ever think I really grieved until before trial, and then we grieved again after trial. The first year we were in shock. I mean, those first 6 months, I mean, I went on adrenaline. I didn't eat. I lost 37 pounds within the first 3 weeks. I don't even know how we got through.
That had to be fucking nuts to me. To have your daughter and your granddaughter living with you and your granddaughter.
Don't put no mock neck on, none of that shit. They say this lady got a man. I know they be doing some freaking shit. I know he come home, baby, right? I want to do something a little different than that.
And the baby at that.
Let me put my dick in there. Oh, that's some good neck there. That's some good neck there. No, fuck head. I said neck. I like neck. Her ass straight in here and shit.
Sticky loves you with a tip. But continue to the HBO Go thing.
Fix here tonight. Fuck you and kiss my ass. I don't give a shit about you. They like the scum of the earth to me. Fuck them. I can't stand a critic. My mother might even say that I hate, but I can't stand it. What the fuck is a critic anyway? There's somebody that can't do what you can do, so they want to criticize your shit. You know what I mean? Think they authority on some shit. You want to criticize something, criticize these nuts. Fuck you. I don't see you talking about my balls on the news. One of Martin's balls is bigger than all that. I give that a 2-star. Fuck out of here, man. And I'll tell you, but you know what? When I think about everything that's going on, you know, all the critics are so unimportant to what's going on with the USA attacks, you know, everything that happened here, the Pentagon in New York, all that stuff. You know, my heart goes out to the families that have went through all this, you know, and lost people. I feel for them. And it's a sad thing, really. It really is a sad thing because, you know, I'm glad to be an American. This is the best country in the world. You know, I can say that, you know. Now, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else. But when I seen this shit happen, I think any of us could have been on them planes, anything could happen. Been in one of them buildings that they crashed in, any fucking body in here. You know what I mean? And it's like if it affects one person, it affects us all. And now my nerves are bad, y'all, after this shit. And I got to drink milk and magnesia and stuff, you know. Every time before I board a plane, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, but I can tell you, out of all this is one of the first times in a long time, I don't know when, this is one of the first times I've seen black and white people together on something. Standing for a cause. It wasn't about race, it's just about life. It ain't about, you know, it ain't nothing else. But life, together on something. We will get together and fuck you up today on this USA attack. You know what I mean? I ain't seen black and white people together since Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney did Ebony and Island.
What?
You want to make it look...
Two guys at the same time?
Yeah, I've done everything twice, but I've never made it with two guys, especially you two guys.
Oh, we do that all the time. Oh, yeah. Isn't that right, man?
With two guys?
Oh, no.
You gotta be quiet, man. Because people around here will be complaining about me being too loud. Oh, Well, how do you like it?
Oh, it's nice.
Wait a minute. I gotta get into something more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Get us something more comfortable. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sure, you got something about an apple.
Oh, yeah. That's good, man. We don't
Look,
have
I
any...
got all these other ones in
What do you see? Well, what's happening? Come on. Tell me what's going on. Well, let me take a peek anyway, for crying out loud. Well, let me look. What are they doing? What are they doing? Can you see them? Come on, man. Give me a look. Let me take a peek. Come on.
Oh, we need ice.
What?
Ice.
Ice.
We need ice cubes. You know this chick? She did this thing with this guy, and it lasts for a long time.
Oh, yeah, we need ice, man. Go get some ice, man.
The down the hall to the left.
Yeah. Get a lot of ice, man. Ice, huh?
Oh,
Look at that. All right. Get a lot of ice, man.
Please not touch me, you're so sticky. Candy.
Hello? Who? Animal? Oh, when did you get out, man? You broke out? No, you're not coming up here, man. Listen. Hey, listen, I got a Mexican here that'll kick your ass. Yeah. And I'm hung up on him now. Shit.
Who's that?
That's my old man.
Your old man?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had an old man.
Well, kind of married, you know.
You're married?
Mm-hmm.
Well, where's your old man right now?
He said he was in the lobby, but don't worry.
In the lobby?
No, you.
Boss.
Oh, no, who's going now? Where we going?
What's so funny? Come on, let me look at it. Let me see. What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, shit, man.
Hey, man! Hey, let me in, man! Hey! Hey, man, let me in.
That's a Pluto?
Hey! Open the door, man!
Hey, man! Come on, Noodles. Let me have a peek, will you? Come on, in my glasses. Let me have a look. Come on. Noodles, let me... Jeez, I should have parked on the other side of the street.
Hey, man!
Don't do anything to antagonize me.
He just stepped on my toe.
Why you on your one?
Dirty, dirty look.
Harry. Harry.
Oh, yeah. Please, Miss Logan.
When we have it, it's a big deal.
There's nobody home.
Hey, open the door.
Hey, take off, Cheech. I'm busy.
Hey, open the door.
Hey? He's not here.
Hey, open the door.
Hey, take off, Cheech. I'll be out in a minute.
Donna.
Told you there's nobody here.
Where's that wetback son of a bitch? I'm gonna kill him.
got something, man. Oh, man, these things don't even fit. All right, I give it to the hamburger. Oh, man, this is stupid. God, come on, man. Come on, let's get out of here. Oh, man, this is stupid. Oh, you're very funny, man. It's funny. I got to laugh. Man, where's our money, man?
I cashed a check for the hamburger dude.
What? You gave him our money?
Well, hey, man, I trust you, dude.
You took a check for all our money? I can't believe it.
It's good. It's a check, man.
Oh, shit, man. All the money we worked for, all the stuff we sold, you gave him the money, man?
What do you think of the check?
How long we been dealing?
3 months.
And what's the first thing you learned, man? Don't take the check! How are we gonna cash this thing, man?
Well, when you cash checks, you take it to a bank, you give them a check, you give them the money.
Bank and you cash checks, man. Could I see some ID? You got any ID? You got a driver's license?
No.
No? You got a library card?
No.
Because you can't read. Because if you could read, you could see, look, man, the dumb shit, man. How are we gonna cash this? Oh, man, there goes our island. There goes our topless waitresses, man. There goes our pina coladas in the sun, man. There goes a guitar in every room. No room. I can't believe you gave me a shit. That's what happens. Every time you do coke, man, that's what happens. I swear to God.
Hey, wait a minute, man.
Every time.
Yeah, every time I do coke, you get on that every time I do coke.
That's right, man. It goes straight to your brain, man. It messes it up, man. You're not going to have a brain no more, man.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of smart dudes do coke, man.
Like who?
Like Sherlock Holmes does coke, and he isn't so stupid.
Sherlock Holmes? Well, come on, Sherlock. Let's go find our money. God, we gave him all our money. I can't believe it.
I hope she has a friend for me.
For your sake, I hope she does too, partner.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I mean, ladies.
Good night. Ugliest chicks I ever saw in my life.
Get it, man. But they're so ugly, how come you're hitting on them?
I wasn't hitting on them, man.
All that crap asking if they were violent, man.
I'm trying to be nice, man.
Well, it's a counting dog food. It's over here, man.
Come on, let's get our money. Judo! Anytime, big boys. It was our pleasure.
They fell for it. That disguise, you were absolutely right. This is a perfect disguise. Perfect. Good thinking, Noodles. Good thinking. Let's go tell Sarge. What are you doing, Noodles? Noodles, what are you doing? Get your hands to yourself. Damn car. Noodles, leave me alone. Noodles, get your hands off me. God damn it, Noodles, stay away. Noodles! God, get this thing started. Come on, Noodles, not now. Noodles, keep your hands to yourself, damn it. Noodles!
Locked up, there's nobody home.
I can't believe it was so stupid, man. You gave him all our money.
Let's go home.
No, man, we ain't going no place till we get all our money. I can't believe it was so stupid.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna get our money, man. I don't care. God, you're so dumb, man, sometimes. God, I get so tired of thinking for both of us, man. My brain's getting tired. Well, don't just stand there and give me a hand, man. So stupid. God, man, if brains was gunpowder, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose, man. Hope there's no dog. Hey, man. Fucking around, man. Let's get our money. Man. So stupid. Hey, man, what's up?
Watch over that branch.
Now, what's boys don't look like? You're so stupid.
Look at the size of that place. That must have cost a fortune. No question about it, Noodles. This is definitely Mr. Big's joint. Yeah. Well, nothing's moving, so I think we're here for the night. Looks like it's gonna be a long night, Noodles.
That's how many of things I ate already.
Knock it off. Just knock it off. Don't even think about it.
Really green, but I'm about to have me another one. Yeah, I thought you smoked this already.
Come on, man, let's get out of here. This place is weird.
You don't have to say it, my legs.
Hey, the dude, hey! Hey, hey, the dude!
Remember me? I beg you, sir.
You mentioned Chinatown.
No.
Listen,
Hey, Araya, down. I'll put you down.
Money's gone. Money's gone.
Hey, hamburger dude! Hey, hamburger dude, wait up! Hey, man!
Hey, get him, man. I'll go around the back.
Oh, you had. Oh, hey, I'm glad I fought you. Hey, man, you gotta have more money.
I'm just to get my medication. I'm just for everything.
Hey, man, hey, look, there was a mistake made, man. Well, you should have got that money.
No.
Hey, man, I ain't bullshitting with you. Hey, man, I'll give you my money back, man. I ain't bullshitting.
White pads, just like that.
Hey, I'm over here. Hey! Yes! I'm right here, man. Where are you? I'm right here. Oh, wow.
Well, where you been, man?
Hey, man, they trained me up, man. They put me in here, man.
I've been looking all over for you, man.
Hey, man, we're in the nut house,
Hey,
man.
you know who we are, man?
What?
We're in the nut house.
Yeah. Hey, man, they got me chained up, man.
Well, they got you chained up.
Yeah, come on, man. Get me out of here, man. People are nuts. Hey, no, get the key, man. Get the key. It's locked up.
It's locked up.
Yeah, get the key.
I gotta get a key. Yeah. Hey, they think I'm the doctor, man.
Yeah?
They put me in charge of medication.
Oh, that's heavy.
And I'll be right back, man.
Okay, hurry up.
Don't go away.
Okay, get the key and get me out of here, man. Hurry up, man. Hey, they stretch my balls, man. Hey. Hey, man. Everybody stretch my balls.
You know, I'm a little worried about the Sarge. It's a little strange, lady. He's not himself, you know? I mean, it's like, I don't know if this case is getting to him, or it's his diet, or what, but he's... You notice how pale he's been looking? Pasty kind of looking, you know? I mean,
I'm hunging up now. You got your keys? Hey, listen, I'll talk to you when you get off the wall, all right? Bye.
grapefruit. I think that's probably what he needs. More grapefruit, more sunshine.
G? Hey, man, in here. Hey, man, I'm worried to be locked out. I found a real doctor, man. He says he can help us. Here's the key.
I got the key right here.
Oh, thank God. Get me out of here, man. I'm not really crazy, man. This is a big mistake that we're in here, man.
You want the key?
Hey, please, Doc, get me out of here. Let me be free. I just want the key, okay?
You're sure you want to be free?
Yeah, I want to be free. Just give me the key, okay, please?
Come here. Stick out your tongue.
What?
Stick out your tongue. There's the key.
Key? This is not the key. I want the key.
That's the key to the universe.
Wait a minute, man. Get me out of here.
Hey, give me some. That's a key for you.
What was it? Don't tell me. I want to be a surprise.
You're feeling free already?
All right, what's up? My name is Jimmy. I'm gonna do one song before I get back into my box. Yeah. In my veins. What's this Negro doing on the stage? I'm acting funny, but I don't know where. Excuse me while I kiss this fly.
Right this way, please. Right this way, please. It's all right about it. They can't do this to you. Hey, believe me. You're okay, you're all right. Don't worry about it. Hey, when I'm lying, hey, trust me. Hey, believe me, they can't do this to you. And if they do, don't worry about it. We'll get back there. Hey, we'll get back there to you. Because they can't do this to you. Just a minute. Yeah, hello. Oh, Diane. Oh, thank God. Wow, what a relief. Yeah, we were on our way. Really? Oh, great. That's great to hear, Governor. Yeah. That's enough for you, boy. Yeah, Governor. Love. Have your girlfriend, my girl, we'll talk.
Don't be frightened, it's just me. I'm so sorry. Boys, there's been a terrible mistake. Howie is going to say something to you, aren't you, Howie? I'm going to get you out of this as quickly as possible. Howie, now say, come on now, say your little thing.
I'm sorry I took the money.
That thing.
I'm sorry I took the money. I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
That's enough, dear.
I'm awfully sorry.
That's apologize to you again, tell you how I'm sorry I am about the mistake, and if there's anything at all I can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. Come along, Howard. Time for your lobotomy.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
My head. I still got it. Oh, wait. It's all here.
Alright, you two, come on out, your hands up.
What?
It's the police detective Truist.
Okay.
Hey, out here.
Where you going?
Hey, man, don't worry about it. Just follow me. Come on.
Hey.
You clowns, we thought you were pretty smart trying to sneak out on us, huh? You know, the only thing that gets me is that you actually thought you could get away with it.
I did it all. I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry.
Yeah, sure you're sorry. But the sorriest thing I've seen all week.
Don't be frightened. You people have made a terrible mistake.
Mr. Big, huh? Well, you're not so big now, are you? Right, boss? Yeah, it's always guys like you that try to get away with it.
Mr. Lizard! Mr. Care for a hamburger?
Come on, man. It's time to go to work.
Hey, man! What are you doing, man?
Stupid, man. Come on, let's go to work. Shit. Stupid, man. If we had lost all our money, man, we wouldn't be doing this.
What are you bitching about, man? We got it made.
Oh, man. So stupid.
Hey, you wanted to be in paradise, man. We're in paradise.
Not exactly what I had in mind, man. Come on, let's go to work.
Hey, hot goes to the surface. Come on, ladies, let's give it to them, huh? Shooting that hot drink to you, all right.
Man, this is stupid, man. Oh, what are you bitching about, man? It's fun. Hey, listen, we're the Sun Kings in paradise.
That's not what I had in mind, man.
Okay, ladies, hold on yourselves, because now we have a special treat.
Come on, Sun King.
Paradise proudly presents Maui and Maui, the Sun King.
being a Gallagher?
Gallagher's have always attracted crazy, sir.
I turn my key on! We will not be silent! Now, you fuck!
This is bigger than family. Nothing is bigger than family.
On the tab for old time's sake.
Kidding is about a kind man in a cruel world. Please don't use a bad word when you can use a good word.
And this cruel world opens up and becomes a little magical for him.
Please help me welcome Mr. Jeff Pickles!
Jeff Pickles has raised everybody's kids for 30 years. Not unlike Mr. Rogers, it's the part of you that no one can see. But you know it's there, and I do too. In the midst of this beautiful world they've created, Jeff goes through such a terrible loss. Everything is thrown into chaos.
I'm sorry, this is where we live. Join us.
I think it's a comedic take on devastation.
I think the show is totally unpredictable. It's just really exciting, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together.
You know, years ago, you broke our family apart.